Okay, y'all, I have to be transparent with y'all. Okay, I do not think EBK Baby Maxx is narrating on J-Bone. I don't. I think Billy was trolling because that was his way of trying to trigger EBK Baby Maxx. And obviously, EBK Baby Maxx was being triggered because obviously there's something going on behind the scenes to where everybody probably think something ain't adding up. But in all actuality, EBK J-Bo has 2 strikes in California. EBK J-Bo was under investigation for an indictment in California. EBK J-Bo has his own issues in regards to the judicial system. EBK Baby Maxx is a kid. He's fresh 18. So, their repercussions or their judicial issues are going to be a slight bit different. Another thing. Now, this is the same thing that's going on with No Jumper right now in regards to running the play and trolling. Now, with that situation, I feel like it was a troll. But Munchie being whacked. So I do want to go ahead and clarify this. I do not think EBK Baby Maxx is narrating on J-Bo. I think J-Bo has his own things going on. Now, I don't know what happened that day in Arkansas. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. I can't get on the internet and lie to y'all. Okay, I know a lot of people be like, oh, Jaleese be lying. Her information be inaccurate. Baby, I don't go off of facts. I go off of conspiracy, conducting an analysis, and what I heard through the grapevine. You know what I'm saying? We're playing telephone at this point. It's who can deliver the best story and who can make it make sense, who can put 2 and 2 together. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I may be off. Sometimes I be right on point. I'm not, I'm not here to, all I can do is just deliver the story. I tell y'all what's going on in the streets behind the scenes. And it's up to us, the people, me, you, the audience, the viewers, to decipher what's really going on for real. I don't be knowing. Then when I put it on for real, I don't be knowing. Then when I put out my narrative or my conspiracy theory, then here come the viewers giving their take on it. That's how it's supposed to go. We're having a public discussion. Like, for instance, I don't know if y'all up on who Lil Nick is, but Lil Nick was brought up. And Lil Nick is actually down for a homicide that he did not commit. But according to the facts, he committed the crime because he was convicted for the crime. But that's not the facts. Just like what we... Then regarding the Baby Maxx and J-Bo situation, I feel like a lot of people misconstrued the whole situation. Like they were oblivious to what was really going on. Y'all got to understand, J-Bo is the shark. Okay? Compared to Baby Maxx is the tadpole. Okay? They're in a fish tank right now. J-Bo is the shark. Baby Maxx is the tadpole. Dude literally just got out. Baby Maxx is a kid. Like, he's literally 18 years old. Maybe 19. But I think he's 18 if I'm not mistaken. Turtle isn't even 18. I think he's like between 15, 14 to 16. I don't know. I can't really elaborate on that because I don't know. But I know for a fact Turtle is not grown. And I know for a fact that Baby Maxx just turned of legal age. And if we're being technical, you're really not of legal age until you're 21 years old. So let's be for real here. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, no, I don't think Baby Maxx narrated on J-Bo. I don't. Now, do I think there's a rat in the infrastructure? Absolutely. But do I think it's Baby Maxx? No. Didn't mean to make that longer than expected. But moral of the story, I just don't want y'all to think that I just get on here with falsified information. I really don't like to deliver false information. Sometimes I be trolling. Sometimes I deliver accuracy. Sometimes I just be conducting my own analysis. Sometimes I go off what's documented. It all depends. You know what I'm saying? Just depending on the time of the day or how I'm feeling. So, yeah. And another thing, like, say if I start covering another city, I'm not going to be 100% accurate because I don't really know. Nobody really knows the facts, the reality of each narrative. Nobody knows except the people involved in that narrative in regards to that storyline. Nobody's ever going to know the facts. So no one's really going off of facts. Everybody's really just going off what they can prove, what they can prove in regards to their point being valid, their delivery being valid.
Now, this is what you call honorable. A lot of folks will throw dirt on your name just for content, even when there's no smut to speak of. But as bloggers, we owe it to the people to move with integrity. If we don't have solid facts to back up what we're saying, then it's just hearsay, and we need to call it what it is. And even if you gotta go back and redo a blog because some of the info wasn't accurate or turned out to be fabricated, that's just a part of the game. At the end of the day, you gotta ask yourself, do you want to be known as a credible source or just another clickbait page pushing fake drama? Salute to Jalise for standing on what she believes to be true and keeping it solid with the people. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and become an exclusive member of the family. We bring nothing but real content.